welcome to Celebrate Gettysburg Magazine's 10 Minutes video series. I'm Karen Hendricks and I'm standing today in Alloway Creek Elementary School. It's part of the Littlestown School District, and I'm joined today by Beth Becker. She's Executive Director of the Thunderbolt Foundation. Thank you so much, Beth, for being with us today.
Well, thank you for being with us today.
I appreciate it. And you have set this entire backdrop behind us and around us. You've made it possible today. So I want you to kind of set the scene and explain where we are, the relationship between some of this artwork that we're seeing, beautiful artwork done by elementary age students, and the relationship it has to Thunderbolt Foundation.
So we're in the arts hallway. And part of the reason that we're here is that we help fund an Artisan residence program for the elementary school that someone comes in and works with the children from K through 5.
Okay.
And then when they're in 3rd grade, they have a major project, a photography project, and some of this beautiful work that you see. This was done by 3rd graders.
3rd grade, I mean, that's very impressive.
It is, and this hallway is just filled with all kinds of opportunities to see the art of the students and what they are able to do. So down that way there are more pictures, but it's amazing. So it's one of the many things that we do. So the elementary school, we spend a lot of time here helping the teachers, supporting the schools, but most of all, enriching the children's education.
Yeah, so if I understand this correctly, the link here is that the Thunderbolt Foundation is a nonprofit that supports and enhances the work that teachers are doing every day in the classroom. It's almost like you're giving that little bonus or that little push, that little extra something to make artwork like this possible.
Yes. Yeah. We focus on what cannot fit in the budget.
Okay.
So we all know school budgets are very tight.
Yeah. And
there are a lot of opportunities for our children that aren't met.
Yeah.
Because there's not money in the budget for it.
Yeah.
So that's where we come in.
Yeah.
So we work very closely with the school district. So from the superintendent, assistant superintendent, down to the teachers, administrators, with what can we do to help fill those gaps. And that's how we're able to do the things that we do.
Well, it brings the question to mind. I mean, how lucky is Littlestown? How rare or normal has this kind of arrangement been to have a foundation that supports a school district?
So in Littlestown, it's fairly new. 2016 is when this came to light. So our then superintendent, Chris Bigger, brought this idea from a school that he had been to, and said, we really do need a program like this.
Yeah.
So you do find it in a lot of school districts now. It's becoming more common. Almost every school district in Adams County does have an education foundation, but they're all at different levels in what they do.
Yeah. Well, we talked a little bit about the artwork here. Maybe I'm going to ask you to give us a little preview and tell us about some of the projects maybe that you're currently working on, that you're currently trying to fund within the Littlestown School District.
So we have about 14 different areas that we support every year.
Wow.
And we have teacher grants, we have student grants, we have coaching grants, we have our hydroponic growing system, which is something that we're expanding from the elementary to the high school. We have the Dolly Parton Imagination Library that we are doing to help promote early education initiatives. We sort of are doing everything. One of the things I'm most proud of is that we've also started a care closet for our high school students, and we also support the other buildings, because what we learned is that in order for students to be successful, they have to have what they need. They need to have food, basic hygiene products, clothing.
And that's in the care closet.
And that's in the care closet.
Gotcha.
So we're all over with what we do. But in the end, it all goes back to enriching the students in our district.
Yeah. Do you have any idea of the size or the scope, the ways that you have impacted education in the Littlestown School District during the past 9 years of the foundation's existence? Can you maybe explain how many projects or how much money has come through the foundation?
So the foundation started in 2016, and I started in 2017. So in 2018, we were excited because we had $1,800 that we could give back to the school district. Since that time, and even through the COVID years, we have given over $100,000.
Wow.
So this last year, we were able to support over $36,000 that came into the school to help programs that are already existing or creating new programs for the district. So our momentum is building, and we've gone pretty quick. And it's because of our community, and it's the support that we get, not only from the administration and the teachers, but it's from the families in this community. It's from the people that live within this community, the businesses that have all looked at us and said, we will support you, we will help you, because education is important to us.
Yeah, so what you're saying is there's a lot of love for Littlestown.
There is a lot of love for Littlestown. It amazes me when we get people that they'll hear about something they're doing, and they'll come to me and they'll say, I want to help. What can I do to help?
Wow.
And what do you need? And a lot of times people are coming to me, and I think that makes us very unique, because usually you're trying to find those people, and this community is very welcoming to helping.
Yeah. That's wonderful. Now, so we've been surrounded here by some of the artwork. There are some books back here. You mentioned the Imagination Station, Dolly Parton's program, that every child within Littlestown's jurisdiction, even preschool age, they can sign up and get books, a book subscription. That's behind us. But I want to take a moment, come with us, dear viewers, and we're going to spin the camera, because on the other side of the camera here, we're going to show you another one of the projects that the foundation has financed. And so, Beth, explain what we're looking at here.
So this is a hydroponic growing system. It's called a fork farm.
It's called a
fork farm.
A fork farm.
Fork
okay.
farm. And this is something that enables to enhance the teaching of agriculture.
Okay. Okay.
And so it was started with kindergarten, and they have a plant unit.
Okay.
So last year what they did is using this. The plants aren't in here right now.
So we're seeing it empty, but
right. So this is empty, but each one of these will be filled. These pods will be filled with a germinated seed.
Yeah.
And they were able to grow lettuce. So this entire area was grown in lettuce in less than a month.
Yeah.
And it was enough lettuce that it fed every kindergarten child, provided a salad bar for all the teachers, and they donated lettuce to the local food pantry.
Wow.
And that was from one growing. So this is a project that we're looking at expanding, that we're looking at how can we take this into the middle school and to the high school.
Okay.
So it's
one of those things where you can read about, you can learn about the growing process, but then to actually do it is what really drives that education component home, right?
And the benefit of this is that it doesn't matter what the weather is outside.
Yeah.
This can be done year round. We can you know, the STEM teacher sets this up and he incorporates it, and he has mentorships where he has the fifth graders and he empowers them to work with the younger students and, you know, teaching on different levels. They've tried growing tomatoes and different things in there. So it's a wonderful opportunity for the kids, and they look forward to it. And it also, it's just when it's filled, it is just fascinating to look at.
Yeah.
But the other big component is that it's also teaching the kids to give back to their community. So when they're giving the food to the food pantry, it's sort of making it full circle.
Yeah, it's really fascinating to hear about all those different levels of learning, of education. It's just intertwined. It's not just a project on its face. And you used that word momentum a couple minutes ago, and I want to circle back and maybe end on that note. It seems like you have built a lot of momentum, and I say you have, but you know, you have an entire board, and you're working with teachers within the district. It's not just you, but you're the face of the organization. So, you know, to what do you attribute all that momentum, all that community goodwill, and the relationships that are being fostered? Why do you think that the Thunderbolt Foundation has really caught on and gathered this momentum?
I have a wonderful board, and that is really the backbone of the Thunderbolt Foundation. They allow me to come out and, you know, having been a former teacher, I have an understanding of what is needed. But my board is comprised of alumni, community members, business people within our community. We have had past administrators that are part of it. Our superintendent and assistant superintendent sit on it. Our school board has been extremely supportive of us by you know, giving us the opportunity to raise money through things like the signs in the stadium and naming rights, which allows us to build our endowment. And we have a very nice endowment through the Adams County Community Foundation that holds our endowment money. So it's like working together with everybody. So, you know, from my board to our school board, to our administration, to our teachers, to our kids, to our parents. I mean, it's just everybody. That's why we are where we are. It's everybody working together for a common cause. I've never had any negative at all, and no doors have ever been shut for us. Everybody wants to work together to make education in Littlestown the best that it can be. So it's a wonderful feeling to be surrounded by people that think the same and have the same vision and want the best for our children. And that's what it comes down to, wanting the best for our children. So that's why the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, which is children 0 till they turn 5. And I'm excited to say we're working on pushing it into all of Adams County, and we're starting to work with other people, and because they've seen it and they're like, we want this too.
How did you do that?
Exactly. And it can be done, but again, it's working together. It's not working against. It's that, you know, finding that common denominator and, you know, watching it grow. And it has been a wonderful trip.
Well, congrats on all your success.
Thank you.
So glad that we had this chance to learn a little bit more. Thank you so much to Beth Becker, Executive Director of the Thunderbolt Foundation. And if you want to learn more, you can check back with our Celebrate Gettysburg January, February 2025 magazine. There is a wonderful article in there by my colleague Alex Hayes. And in fact, there's a picture of this hydroponic lettuce wall that's entirely filled with green. The children are picking lettuce and working on it. So you've seen it from start to finish if you go back and check that article. Also, in that article, there's a link to the Thunderbolt Foundation website where you can find out even more information there. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Karen Hendricks for Celebrate Gettysburg magazine.